Hello everybody, welcome back to the Pixel Therapy channel, and today we're going to do a video that's a little bit different. So to give you a little context, last year, or about a year and a half ago, I did a direct drive, a 2018 direct drive bias guide. And since then, I've gotten numerous requests from people asking which direct drive wheel should I buy? Which is the best value for money direct drive wheel should I buy? Why did you recommend this direct drive wheel over the other? And obviously, as the years have gone by and the companies have become more established, we have noticed quite a few fanboy camps build up where they're pitting against one brand over the other, and maybe the newcomers are being scrutinized a little more closely because of the established brands. With that being said, I decided to put together this video, which is an interesting take in the sense that I want you to think differently about which direct drive is better. So instead of thinking of it that way, maybe ask yourself which direct drive is best for you. So stay tuned and we will get into it and have this discussion. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you soon. Cheers. Bye. Welcome back. Now, let's get into this topic and actually sort of give a little context to what it is that I'm trying to say and put out there. Now, generally when people are asking or shopping for a direct drive wheel, the common thing that they tend to ask themselves is which direct drive wheel is better in terms of features, in terms of the quality of the motor, or the fidelity of the force feedback that comes through. And of course, let's not forget the almighty, which has got the biggest or the most Newton meters, because it's all about the force. Well, I don't necessarily think that in 2020 that's the way we should be looking at purchasing a direct drive wheel anymore. So originally, when direct drive wheels were new, and they still were a very much DIY, do-it-yourself project, it made sense to think of buying the product that way. Which one is better? Which one has got the better software? Which one has got the enhanced motor and the better encoder? And which one's got the most response or the highest resolution when you turn it? In 2020, I believe that you should be asking yourself which direct drive is best for you as an individual and you for your needs. So let's begin. I'm going to group direct drives into about 4 different categories. Now these, before all you fanboys come out with pitchforks and want to attack this thing and go nuts in the comments, just listen up. These 4 categories have nothing to do with the quality of the direct drive wheels. No, but they are more like a flavor or a subset. So hear me out. The first direct drive wheel I would call the enthusiast direct drive wheel. Now the enthusiast direct drive wheel is more your I'm going all in direct drive wheel. These are your semi-cubes. And you'll tend to notice with the enthusiast line of direct drive wheels, you've got everything from your sport all the way up to your ultimate, and also your Leo Bodners would arguably fall in this category as well. So with these direct drive wheels, what you tend to get is you're paying for the direct drive wheel base and you're paying for the base alone. You do not get a steering wheel that comes with it. Now, you will then have the choice to decide how you want to go about sourcing a steering wheel for your direct drive. You could either get a Fanatec adapter and then deal with the USB coil, but generally what it tends to do is these companies assume that you, the consumer, are going to buy an aftermarket boutique wheel, such as your Cube Control wheels, or your Precision racing wheels, or your U-Turn sim racing wheels. And they range anything from your fancy wheels with your LCD screens that have a coil cable to your wireless Cube Control wheels that are maybe more functional and practical. The point of the enthusiast direct drive wheel is all the money and all the research by the company is focused on the wheelbase and the wheelbase alone. That is where every single dollar is going in. And once you get that, they are trying their best to give you the utmost quality and the best force feedback and the most granular detail that you get with that. You will also notice that with these boutique direct drive wheel companies such as SimiCube and the Leo Bodner, they are also have professional racing teams, actual racing teams as their clientele, and their top end products are usually very expensively priced because that is who they're seeing as the consumer, and that does come along with really good adjustability and functionality and force feedback software. So that is one branch. The next branch is, say for example, your Fanatec or your Fanatec. Think of these guys more like your family local hardware store, you know, or your Apple-esque company model, where it's a set and forget. It's a one-stop shop. These guys will give you everything from the pedals to the steering wheel, a wide range of steering wheels, to the software that works with both your pedals and your steering wheel, to the direct drive wheel base itself. And it's literally, they're your one-stop shop that if you want to go there and not have to think about, is the wheel compatible? Do I need to buy a quick release? What wheel should I? It's all there, and they even on their website, they have a configure app that allows you to buy your direct drive wheel, buy your pedals, buy your podium hubs, buy your quick releases, and it all works and it all reads with each other, and when it all comes, it all goes. They've also taken this step a step further and made it a point to actually partner with video game companies so that their games are compatible with your direct drive wheel, and you don't have to spend time fiddling around with any files and messing about with trying to get the force feedback to work. It should literally be plug and play, and it should work. Like I say, they come off as your family local hardware store where you walk in and get everything you need, from like a wheelbarrow to like compost to like your shovel to like your new computer router. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I think you get the picture. The next group of direct drive wheels companies that I think that I'd like to bring in are your back to basics. I'd like to call these the back to basics direct drive wheels, right? These are the ones that are solid direct drive wheels and they get the job done. In my mind, these are the VRS new direct drive wheel that is based on the Midge motor, the small Midge motor, the Simplicity. Basically, any of these foundational direct drive wheels which harken back to the original SimiCube Midge direct drive wheels that we had about 2 or 3 years ago, but have clearly been refined and improved and are taking that same hardware, that same beloved Midge servo motor. They've added in the top quality encoders, they've added in decent functional software that is proprietary to either Simplicity or VRS, and the direct drive wheels, they work. They are solid, they are bulletproof, they come in at a reasonable price. They don't necessarily come with fancy wheels or fancy pedals, and they don't have variants between either a sport, a pro, or an ultimate. It's just one wheel, and it works, and it does everything you need to do, and it's a solid, good direct drive wheel. This is what I will call the back to basics category, and they are a perfect middle range direct drive wheel that you get from them. The next flavor that I like to call is the entry level. By no means, when I use the term entry level, am I talking about a lack in quality or a lack in prestige. I merely mean the price. This is the brand that is specialized in saying, okay, we want people who are coming from off the shelf. To be fair, that's maybe the wrong term, because direct drive wheels are now off the shelf wheels, but just mid-range wheels into direct drive, and with a limited budget, we should be able to cater to these people and give them a fantastic experience. And this is your SimXperience direct drive wheel and your SimMagic direct drive wheel, the new kid on the block. These guys offer affordable direct drive wheel solutions with reasonably good hardware and reasonably good software to go with it. I think SimXperience over the years has sort of gotten a little bit of, I wouldn't want to say criticism, but maybe on the con side of the thing is that they use a motor that isn't necessarily as robust and as good as either the ones used by Fanatec, the Midge motor itself, or even the new SimiCube motor, which I believe are lens motors. Don't quote me on that, but I think SimiCube use lens motors for their direct drive wheels. The SimiCube 2, I mean. But basically, these motors are still robust. And where SimXperience comes in with SimCommander, the software then just takes the direct drive wheel to another level, and it is arguably, in my point of view, the best software that accompanies a direct drive wheel ever. That is a Sim Commander with a sim experience. The new kid on the block, obviously being the Sim Magic, has got a few things to iron out, but still, from the reviews that are going out there, it is still legitimately a solid, basic, entry-level direct drive wheel that you could buy, get the full direct drive wheel experience, and it still be a very good dollar to performance ratio based on that. Now, having said all of this, this is where the crux of the issue is. Don't go, I see a lot online with people going back and forth about which direct drive wheel is better. I think we've gone past that. They are all good. They are all solid products. And any person who sits there and is nitpicking about one being better than the other, really, you are talking about minute differences that once you're in the heat of the moment, you're on track and you are racing, you will not notice that. It's almost like someone who's arguing about which graphics card to get because one has got 5 to 10 frames faster in a particular game than another. Once you're playing that game, you're probably not going to notice that 2, 3, 4, 5 higher FPS on the average of the game. So I think this is where the conversation should sort of steer away from, and maybe when people are asking about direct drive wheels, talk about the different characteristics of each brand. Are you a Fanatec guy where you just want a one-stop shop where you go there, you get a wheelbase, you get a steering wheel, you get accompanying pedals, you get a handbrake, you get a shifter, they all work together and you don't even have to think about it or research a steering wheel separate, you don't have to do that. Are you more of a semi-cube where you know that you want all your money just going into the wheelbase and you're willing to do a little more research and buy a third-party quick release and buy a third-party steering wheel, either with Bluetooth or with the fancy LCD screens or whatever the case may be? Or do you just want, are you not into the pump and pop-up stance with all of that? Do you just simply want a basic, solid, bulletproof Midge direct drive wheel solution? Because say for example you race in VR, you don't need to have a fancy steering wheel. In fact, arguably, the simpler the steering wheel, the easier it is for you to remember where your controls are. Then go down the VRS simplicity route. Or if price is an issue but you still want a solid product that works, then you're going to go with your sim experience or with your sim magic. Both of these wheelbases include steering wheels and wheelbases as part of the package. So this is my thoughts around this and my opinions. Feel free to tell me if you agree or disagree with me. And yeah, go nuts in the comments. Let me know if you think I'm wrong and if I'm totally off the mark. Or yeah, just tell me what you think. Let's have an adult discussion about this. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on track. Peace.